Hey, everybody. Hi, Michael. Hey, Bert. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. New setting. Huh? I don't think we've ever had this as a background. Hi to the wrenches. Hey, Pam and John. Good to see you. Hey, Brian. Happy Tuesday. What a crazy week it's been. As we get to the holidays, I'm sure everybody's schedule sort of ramp up, especially this week, I feel like, because kind of want to do less next week as you kind of focus on family and friends and maybe you're traveling. But it's definitely a crazy week for us. Hi, Brian and Cliff. Tour Tuesday. So while I'm here doing Tour Tuesday, Cindy and Bree are up at the Shriners in Omaha, finishing up our tree. They worked with Lucas yesterday on our beautiful tree display. We'll talk more about that a little later. Hey, Susan, how are you? So fun. I love the holidays. I love spending time with family. I love all of the busyness about it. I just sort of accepted that it's like that. And since you anticipated, then it's not so crazy, right? At least mentally, maybe physically it is. Hey, Mitch, good to see you. Hi, Susan. Hey, Darlene. So we have a lot to cover tonight. Something really exciting. We're going to go through the entire Route 66 tour from beginning to end, both parts 1 and part 2. And I think that'll be really helpful because we have that part where you could do both. And a lot of people have asked us, well, if we want to do both, how does that work with pricing and all of that? So we've got some answers for you there. We also have some updates about things that are going on at Excite. And so buckle up. It's going to be a good 29 minutes. So first of all, we wanted to make a quick announcement. We had 2 people not be able to make the Kansas City Chiefs game this weekend because of a health reason. So we did have 2 tickets open up at the last minute. If you want to go down to the Chiefs play, it's the best way to do it. It's November 22nd, 23rd. It's Saturday and Sunday. Again, your transportation is included. Game tickets are included. Dinner's included. The hotel is the Courtyard Marriott. The Marriott Country Club Plaza. Tour guide is Alyssa. It's a group of about 20. So you'll have, it's not a big group. You'll be able to do everything on and off the bus really quickly. There's 2 different brewery visits. Just a great time to have a lot of fun down there. And then on Sunday, go to the game, tailgate, all that fun stuff. So definitely, if you want the last 2 tickets, call the office or go. I don't know if you can go. You might be able to go online. They might be off of there. You could go online, but otherwise, call the office. Let us know you want them. We'd love to have you on tour. Hey, Mary Zimmer and Lori Bell. Let's see here. Karen, good to see you. Sharon, I see Bree on here. It's great. And Cindy's probably with Bree. Jody Williams is on. Okay, the next thing is, so Bree was in town. Bree is our operations manager, and she lives in Dallas. And she's up here for a few days right before the holidays. We had some big meetings this week. And so she was up here. And today we spent time with our marketing team down in Lincoln at their shop and sort of planned from 2026 to 2030. What are some of our goals and objectives and where we want to be, how we want to continue to provide for our guests, how we invite more people into the travel tribe, and all the great things that we've celebrated and all the wins that we've had over the last year. So it's really, really exciting to see everything grow so quickly. Again, it's just a super good testament to all of you out there spreading the word that we're having some fun out here at Excite and getting to see some really cool stuff. So that was a great meeting today. We couldn't be more proud of our relationship with Hunter and his team, Hunter, Keegan, Anna, Sierra, all those guys down there just doing a great job for us. Really, really appreciate them and everybody that's down there. Let's see here. We are excited about some new, we have some exciting announcements about Excite and some new roles that are happening here as we grow. So you'll hear more about that in the coming weeks. So stay tuned on our Tour Tuesdays as we introduce some really exciting news. And as part of a growing company, we have a lot to do to make sure that all the wheels stay on the bus and provide an excellent experience every single time. And that takes great people and great processes and great communication. And so we're excited to have more people take care of everybody. And so it's been a really exciting process. More to come on that. Hey, Mark. Hey, Donna Daly. Good to see you. Hi, Ann. Let's see here. So speaking of, I see Cliff was mentioning Nashville. So Brian was out with the Nashville trip and had an amazing time down there with his crew. Brian was out with Dollywood, and he came back. And then Cliff was out with Nashville, And him and Robert took the group down there. They went to a show at the Grand Ole Opry. They did the what do you call that? Showboat. Yeah, they did the show. There's a showboat that you can do, and they did a show on there. They had the singing tour guides. So it was just a really cool, unique Christmas tour, and the reviews were great. So kudos out to Cliff and Robert for making that such a great tour. And then the Jackson Showboat, that's what it is, Jackson Showboat. And then we have Pat and Jane out on the Branson Christmas tour with a bus of 45. So it's a full bus of people. They're seeing a lot of shows. And I think tonight they're doing last night I saw a magic show. They've done 2 shows today. They're probably in one right now. And I have a picture from them actually. So we'll add that and see. There they are. You can see Pat there on your right. Where is Jane? Oh, down there in the front. Having a great time down in Branson. Can't go wrong. This tour is so amazing. So many shows to see. A great group of people and some great weather. I think they had some rain last night. We kind of did too here, but so far so good. And then we have another Christmas tour, kind of in the Christmas, the holiday tours now. The next one, that one will come back. Branson will come back Thursday. And then the next tour to leave is our Christmas Markets of Europe tour that leaves the day after Thanksgiving. And that is with Bill and Chris. And they've got 26 people on that tour. So it's the perfect number of people to take over to Europe. They're going to start in Brussels, Belgium, and work their way all the way down to Zurich, Switzerland. And it's just an absolutely fabulous tour. That's one that I planned in-house here at Excite. And then over the years, we've sort of gotten people's feedback and different resources to make that tour really fun and unique. I highly recommend it. It's a great way to see a lot of Europe all at once. I know that it's sort of a marathon tour because you move every night, but it is well worth it. The smell of the Glühwein and the cinnamon and the sweets and all the like grilled meats and everything and the sausages and the wood burning, stoves, and it's just an unforgettable experience. And every time you go to one of these markets, you're in a different setting. And so you're getting a different take on a Christmas market. Yes, everybody has ornaments, but to be in a walled city, to be in a modern city, to be in Zurich, to be in Bernkastel, right next to the river. I mean, there's just so many cool, unique experiences, and you get to hit so many countries that it's well worth the movement every night. So next year, that tour rotates every other year. So next year we have a Christmas Markets River Cruise. So just a completely different take on the Christmas markets. I believe so highly in seeing the Christmas markets and experiencing that part of culture. But River Cruise is an amazing way to see it too. You don't have to change your bags every night and change your room. So if you want to just plant your bag one time, the River Cruise is the way to do it. So that's up on our website. You can check that out. That sells out really fast. So make sure that if you're wanting to go on Christmas markets, don't wait too long. Those things fill up really quickly. Brianne said that they are seeing the Hughes Brothers tonight. That's awesome. Or Legends in concert. Fantastic. And good to see you here. Good to see you. Kay Donner, awesome. And she's going. Kay is going. Kay and Tom and Bob and Mary, some of their friends are also going too. Brian, I think, has been on that tour. Hughes family was so good. Good. And Brian's going on the Christmas Markets River Cruise next year. So fantastic. Okay. And then I hope you'll have some fantastic Thanksgiving plans getting ready. Then we lead right into December, and we've got several one-day tours in New York City Christmas, and that'll take us to the end of the year. So, okay. So the first tour we're going to go through high level is our Route 66 tour. So this is something that is Route 66 is celebrating its 100th year anniversary next year. It's called the Mother Road, right? And it was really basically the first transcontinental road that crossed the United States from Chicago to Santa Monica. And so, it's really gained popularity as we've been in this more nostalgic era of our history and our culture. And so to have this come about is amazing. And so last year we did part one to sort of get our feet wet, knowing that in 2020, that was this year actually. So in 2026 would be the 100th year anniversary. And then we would have the entire thing. So we're going to start. I'm going to share my screen. So we're going to add a stage, see if this works out. Okay, perfect. Here's our website. This is the page where you can start Route 66 Part 1. So what we did here is if you go from here's our homepage, right? You click on multi-day tours, and then these are all in date order. So you can scroll down here to June. Oh, we passed it. Got too excited. There it is. And then you can say view tour details. And then you can book this right here and it'll tell you what the deposit is. And like how much it is. So there you can see the part 1 double occupancy is $2,350. It's $250 deposit. You can do it as single occupancy or triple. And you can manage it all there. Or you can download the brochure and then you can print the order form off and you can mail it back into us. That's great. The group size is between 15 and 45. Usually it's about 30, 35. And again, it follows Route 66. It includes 15 meals. I would say it's a level 3 tour. It's mostly relaxed travel with light walking and historic sites, museums, and roadside attractions, plus some optional exploring in towns and cities. So this is an entire bus tour. If you just did Route 66 Part 1, this is a bus tour, okay? So you will join the bus in the Omaha area or, Norfolk, Fremont, Lincoln, Omaha, those areas. We will also pick up in Des Moines on this one. And you will go on the first day and make your way to Chicago, right? We've got some stops planned for you along the way. And then when you get to Chicago, you're going to check in at the Knickerbocker Hotel, which is a mob era hotel at the end of Miracle Mile or Michigan Avenue. And then you're going to have an amazing dinner that evening, which you will absolutely love. It is mob themed and excuse me, not mob themed. It is Chicago themed, Route 66 themed. I'm thinking of the mob tour. That's on my mind. A lot of Chicago this time of year. So have a welcome dinner with the group, and then you will spend the night that night. You are staying in the Knickerbocker though, so still staying in the same hotel. And then once you get in Chicago and have some time there, then the next day is really where the Route 66 part begins. And you will actually go to the Begin Route 66 sign in Chicago. So you'll get to take a picture with it. We did it last year. And you will stand right where the road actually physically starts. All right, and then you'll jump on the bus and you'll start going. And so you're going to visit the restored gas stations, the Route 66 Hall of Fame, the Elegant Davis Mansion. In Springfield, you're going to explore Lincoln history and more of Route 66 sites in Springfield, Missouri. And then dinner tonight will be on your own with the option to join the group at Cozy Dog Drive-In, home of the corn dog. Can you believe it? It sounds amazing. I haven't had a corn dog in forever. So that is the first day is Chicago to Springfield. I will say overall, this tour, what's great about it is it doesn't cover a lot of ground in one day. It's short overall drives because you're stopping to see a lot of things, right? And a lot of nostalgic sites. Some are activities, some are just picture stops. Some, all of them have history about why they're there and what they might have been saying out. But so then you're going from Springfield. Oh, that was Springfield, Illinois. Excuse me, we're getting ahead. Springfield, Illinois, then to St. Louis. So you're going to visit quirky roadside icons, including the world's largest ketchup bottle and the Dixie Family Restaurant, which was famous. The food is absolutely fantastic there. It's one of the longest running family restaurants on Route 66, if not the longest. You'll stop at Motorhead's and the Lynchfield Museum before arriving in St. Louis. And then dinner tonight includes a sweet treat at Ted Drew's Frozen Custard. We have stopped there several times on tour. The custard is amazing. It's one of those things where you can turn it upside down, it doesn't fall out, all that good stuff. Absolutely fabulous dessert to have after a great meal there in St. Louis. All right, day 4 is St. Louis to Joplin, Missouri. So you're going to head through the Ozarks, and you're going to stop at the Mule Trading Post, the Giant Rocking Chair, Meermat Caverns, which is fantastic, by the way. Our guests took some amazing pictures. And then you're going to experience the historic 66 Drive-In Theater before settling into Joplin, Missouri. They don't really have they didn't have a show playing when we were doing it last year or this year, but it might be changing for the 100th anniversary. They might be having it restore, enough of it where you could be able to hear a movie being played there. So we'll keep you posted if you actually get to see one, but you'll definitely get to see it on Route 66. Okay, then Joplin, Oklahoma City. Step into nostalgia in Riverton Nelson Old Store. It's the oldest running convenience store in the United States. Then visit Pop's Soda Shop with its rainbow wall of sodas before visiting the OKC Mustang Carb Show and checking into your Bricktown Hotel. And that is a central location. It's a really fun part of Oklahoma City. And then dinner is included at Charleston's. Charleston's, which is really across the bridge. Fantastic food. The service is always amazing. Just a great overall day spent time in Oklahoma City and on the way. Okay, then from Oklahoma, we're going to Amarillo. So your tour, the Route 66 Museum, you're going to visit the Art Deco U Drop-In Cafe and see the Leaning Tower of Texas. And then one of my favorite stops, of course, has to do with food. This is the dinner at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. If you look it up online and Google it, it's got amazing reviews. It's such a fun experience. It's so overwhelming. And everybody raved about the food there and what an experience that was. And then you're overnight in the Amarillo area. Day 7 includes the Cadillac Ranch and the Galeno Ghost Town before continuing on to Santa Fe. You'll explore Native American art and Adobe architecture before arriving in Albuquerque for dinner and overlooking the Santia Mountains. So we picked a really cool place that has an amazing, stunning mountain view. It's one of those things where we're trying to create an experience and curate little nuances, not just throw in a dinner. We want to make sure there's a reason why we're having it there. And it's really to celebrate, how far you've come on the tour, celebrate your friendships that you've made on tour with stunning views. And that time of year will be absolutely amazing down there. After the next day, day 8, you're going to be doing the Route 66 ends. The Route 66 ends in Albuquerque, continue north into Colorado, visit the Great Sand Dunes National Park before reaching Lone Tree, south of Denver. And then you'll have a farewell dinner there. We've had a lot of great restaurants there in Lone Tree, which is basically South Denver. And then day 9 of the official tour would be the Golden Spike Tower. As you make your way home, the Golden Spike Tower is at the Union Pacific Rail Yards, which is the largest in the world. And then you make it way back to Lincoln, Omaha. Now, if you are like, hey, I would like to continue, you're going to go back to day 7, and you would just spend the night. Now, so when the group, you spend the night in a hotel, right? So then day 8, you would, instead of leaving with the bus, you would hang out at the hotel, and we'll have something planned for you while the other group comes in, because the other group is going to fly in, right? And they're going to meet you on that day. So they'll be flying to get to Albuquerque and start. So one bus will continue on north with the group that was on part 1 only. And then then we'll have a bus that'll start in Albuquerque. We have a great bus tour coming down there. And the group will fly in, and then we'll regroup in Albuquerque, and you're going to continue on part 2. And so let me pull up that one here. Let's go over here to this one, and we are going to close. Okay, and we're going to share this other screen. Okay, let's take a seat. Okay, here we go. Add a stage. Okay, so now you're on part 2. So again, if you are going to do both, we would take off the price of the airfare from half the airfare, right? Because you aren't going to be flying down, and the hotel night stay that sort of comes in between in any cost. So it will be published, and we'll put something together on there. We'll publish it on both part 1 and part 2 on exactly that cost savings for you. I know we've already had a handful of people do that, so I just want to make sure that I don't tell you incorrectly. So we will put that out there for you, but you can do both. Otherwise, if you are not doing both, you would then start your journey on June 17th, and you would fly down. So you're going to meet wherever you're from. You're going to meet in Albuquerque, right? We have group airfare arranged from Omaha. We can certainly help arrange airfare from other places. We can help coordinate all of that. But basically, you're going to meet in Albuquerque, okay? And then you're going to start the rest of Route 66, continue on the second half. So day 1 is your travel day. You're going to be flying down there. This is also a level 3, basically for the same exact reasons. So while you're down here, you're going to go to Route 66 and start this Route 66 Part 2 tour. Run straight through the city along Central Avenue. Then tonight, of course, you'll have your welcome dinner before checking into your hotel. Most likely, this is going to be the Marriott that we stay at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta when we're down there. And then day 2, you're going to actually get to spend time in Santa Fe. So before we sort of skirted around it, now day 2 is going to be spending time in Santa Fe, one of America's oldest and most artistic cities. Stroll the historic plaza, browse world-class galleries, and soak in adorable charm before you have lunch at a local cafe that we've arranged for you. On the return to Albuquerque, stop for a nostalgic meal at the 66 Diner, a classic Route 66 institution filled with neon and memorabilia. And then this evening is yours to explore Old Town or relax at your hotel. Okay, day 3, Albuquerque to Holbrook. We head west along Route 66 to New Mexico's high desert, stopping in Gallup, known for its Native American trading posts and colorful murals. We're crossing into Arizona, marvel at the painted Petrified Forest National Park, which is absolutely fantastic, in the Painted Desert, both right along the Mother Road. Tonight you'll be in Holbrook, where quirky roadside Americana like the Wigwam Motel awaits. Desert landscapes and neon-lit small towns give you a true sense of traveling back in time, and dinner is included on day 3. Day 4, Holbrook to Flagstaff. Today's drive highlights some of the most iconic Route 66 stops. We'll pause in Winslow, Arizona, where you can stand on the corner, made famous by the Eagles song, visit Meteor Crater, which is absolutely crazy. I was doing research on it when we were planning this tour, and I just think it's so interesting to see how something relatively small made such a huge impact on the world. It's really interesting. It's one of the best preserved impact sites on Earth before continuing into Flagstaff, a bustling hub of Route 66 history. This evening is free to explore the charming mountain town on your own. It also has lots of neon signs, cozy diners, and mountain air. Day 5, this is spectacular. This is the Grand Canyon Railway experience. No journey through Arizona is complete without the Grand Canyon. You'll have the full day excursion to the Grand Canyon via the scenic railway. You will go up, and there's lots of amazing restaurants, places to have drinks, places to explore, hiking up there. Hiking, you can walk, have great views, tons of photo opportunities, and lunch on your own up there. And then that afternoon, you will return to Flagstaff for a relaxing group dinner and another night in town. It just celebrates the grandeur of what the American West is. Day 6 is then on from Flagstaff to Kingsman, Arizona. Heading west, you're going to travel through the legendary Route 66 town of Sleelman, considering the birthplace of the highway's modern revival, where retro diners and shops celebrate its quirky charm. After Kingman, you're going to come home to the historic Route 66 Museum, which brings to life the road's impact on American culture. You're going to notice that there are several Route 66 museums, and they all have their own piece of what makes Route 66 so special, especially from their local area. So obviously, you're not visiting the same museum over and over again, but they all have a sort of different take on it, which really brings kind of this road to life. Dinner is included tonight, and then settling into your hotel. As the day winds down, you'll feel enduring energy of travelers who have kept this mother road alive. After Kingman, you're going to get into California. Today is winding through the rugged Black Mountains of Altman, Arizona, a former mining town where wild burros still roam the streets. Those would be horses. Crossing into California, we'll stop in Needles before arriving in Barstow, home to the fascinating Route 66 Mother Road Museum. Dinner is included this evening. The day's mix of both desert landscapes, quirky characters, and then roadside icons keep the adventure lively and authentic. Again, you're going to see different things along the way. We've got different surprise stops that you can stop and take pictures at and get some really cool treats along the way. Okay, Barstow to Santa Monica. So the final stretch of Route 66 carries us through San Bernardino, where the first McDonald's opens its doors. You're going to continue west through Pasadena and Los Angeles until we reach Santa Monica Pier, the symbolic end of the trail, where we will celebrate with a memorable farewell dinner overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Wow, doesn't really sound much better than that. Standing at the pier, you'll feel the thrill of completing the journey that has inspired travelers for nearly a century. And then day 9, you will, depending on when the flights are home, you make your way back home. So absolutely spectacular. Like I said, we have the bus part of part 1. We have a fly-in part 2. Both are bus tours, right? So you're going to be on the bus. And then if you wanted to do part 1 and 2 and to be gone for like the 18-day stretch, I think it's like 17, we can do that too. We'll arrange that price for you and get that set up. Again, we already have people doing that. So you should definitely give it a shot. And, you know, maybe you're like, hey, those dates don't work for me for part 1, so it will do part 2. It's not a sequel. So you don't have to like do 1 before you do 2. You could do either one. If the dates work for part 2 this year, do part 2. We just had to segment it out some way, and so we did it with numbers. So that is Route 66 parts 1 and 2. We had a ton of brochure downloads for it, so I'm so excited to see all of the signups for it, and so people celebrate what Route 66 is. And not to mention all those things that we talked about in the brochure, but because it's the 100th year anniversary, there will be so many cool festivals and themed activities that you will experience along the tour. We have to make these brochures so far in advance that oftentimes those details aren't published online yet, but we are for sure looking at them as we get closer and closer to the tour date. We even work with, it's not really a Chamber of Commerce, but it's basically like a society of Route 66, and they sort of promote the entire thing, and we're working with them to make sure we don't miss those events if we're going to be there when they are. So absolutely spectacular trip. I would say it's absolute bucket list, and check it out. Okay, before we close here, let's go here. Cindy is watching. Yes, she's here. We were working all day. She was up early. We met the bus yesterday too. So she'll be on. Actually, I don't think she'll be on next week. Next week it'll be Bree and Zach from Dallas covering. As Cindy and I will have some other plans tomorrow. Next week we won't be able to be on Tour Tuesday, but Bree and Zach will carry on. Let's see here. Cole said Cindy must have the night off. No, she's here. Jolene says hi, everybody. But this is a great tour. 66 is nostalgic and iconic. Totally love Santa Monica. Judy Grafton says that it's fun. Okay, so a couple of reminders. The Jingle and Mingle is November 20th, which is Thursday. So don't miss it. It's at Prairie and Bloom on about 140th and Center. It's next to Oakview Mall in that little area by Red Lobster and all that. You can't miss it. It's so fun. It's free. Come. You get discounts on shopping at Prairie and Bloom. You get to support small business. Lucas is amazing. He's so deserving of it. The stuff in there is amazing. You're not going to find that stuff everywhere else. It's great quality. We're going to have all kinds of wine and snacks for you. Cindy and Bree spent a lot of time getting all that ready for y'all for our Thursday. And then we have tons of giveaways. Last time we just sort of drew at the end or maybe after. This time we're going to be announcing stuff throughout the night. So you will get to win stuff as you're there hanging out. If you're not a big shopper or you're not into buying stuff, that's okay too. You can just come and hang out. We also have discounts for a few of our tours that are sort of like themed in the sense of like home decor or shopping, or we thought they were cool fit. So check those out. You could sign up for those tours and receive some sort of discount. You'll see that when you get to the store. Again, that is Thursday, 5:30 to 8, Prairie and Bloom, 140th and Center. Come see us. It looks like it's going to be a lot of people there. So come out and let's support some small business. Again, it's Excite people and their guests only. So the store is closed for the public, just for us. And if you have friends, bring those people too. They're part of the tribe. Okay, don't forget about our food drive. So bring your food cans. If you are on any of the tours coming up, if you are on, well, I'm not the flying one. But if you are around these dates, November 22nd, Lincoln, 5:30 to 6 a.m., 12 to noon. In Omaha, 6:30 to 7 and 12 to 1. That's November 22nd. That is this Saturday. Come and support us and bring some canned goods. Every 10 items gets you a drawing for 3 spectacular Christmas baskets. They have gift cards, Excite swag, a blanket, hot chocolate, candy, Excite bottles. I mean, Bree and Cindy again are tackling this. And they put together 3 spectacular. Pam is wrapping them. Pam Schultz. So she's making them really fancy. She does an amazing job. So you're going to want to do this. So bring those canned goods. You can do it November 22nd. Again, you can be early, 5:30 to 6 in Lincoln and 6:30 to 7 in Omaha, or 12 to 1 in both locations. Again, those are our pickup locations. So in Lincoln, it's the Country Inn and Suites. Omaha, Doubletree Hotel on 72nd Street. December 6th, you can also, that's another weekend, Saturday, Lincoln, 5:30 to 6, Omaha, 6:30 to 7, or 12 to 1, both of those days. Okay, just bring them up in bags. We'll get you all in for the drawing. And then the last opportunity is December 7th. It's a Sunday, 7 to 7:30 in the morning in Lincoln, and 8 to 8:30 in the morning in Omaha. We posted the times. We'll continue to post them. Make the information available online. But please support us. It's a great cause, and it's not a huge investment. So bring those canned goods. I suppose you could probably even bring them to Prairie and Bloom on Thursday, and we'll still get you for the drawing. How about that? So if you want to bring your canned goods on Thursday evening or shop at the store on your way, fantastic. We'd love that. All right. Any questions? I see my mom on. Patty's on. Good to see you. Cliff said, looking forward to seeing everybody Thursday evening. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to come up from Lincoln. It's so great. Judy's going to say Prairie and Bloom is the best. I love it. Don't forget the Shriners event. Oh, yes. I did miss that. Okay. We have a Christmas tree. We talked about the Shriners. That starts on November 22nd, Saturday, to the 29th. We have a Christmas tree there. There are tons of Christmas trees there. I don't know if there's 80 or 100. But if you've never been, it's the Shriners on 84th, and basically you buy raffle tickets, and then you put them in for which tree you want to win. But not only do you win the tree, you win everything on the tree, the decorations, all the stuff that's around it, and then whatever prize. So for Excite, it's a $2,000 gift certificate. So Shriners are a great cause. We love supporting what they do. So go out and make sure you support the Shriners. It's on 84th Street. It's November 22nd through the 29th. You can really go. The hours are posted on the website. You can Google it. They're open all the time, basically, during those 7 days. 68 trees, Bree says. So, Mitch, we're going to see you on Thursday. Fantastic. All right, everybody. It was so great to see you all here. It was a great crowd tonight. We are so grateful. Like I said, next week will be Bree and Zach. We hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and we will see you all very soon. Catch y'all later.